Hello and welcome back to Old Truthford, the home of honestly biased sports content. How's it going, boys? Tonight we're going to be watching the Bayern Munich versus Manchester United match. And as I can see, Christian has just put in the chat there, Pellistri Masterclass incoming. We've all been waiting for Pellistri to actually get his start, and it's finally come to fruition against none other than Bayern Munich, of all teams, which means Ten Hag must have pretty high hopes on Pellistri. I'm going with a 1-0 win tonight. Would it be too romantic to say that Pellistri actually gets a winner? I think so. I think either Rashford or Højlund are going to bag the goal, but it's going to be a 1-0 win to Manchester United. What do you guys see the scoreline being tonight? Suhan, I see you in the chat. I'm not doing too bad, mate. How are you doing? Luke Taylor, what we thinking tonight, boy? It's got to be a 1-0 win. Luke Taylor, worth noting that when we won the treble in 99, we played Bayern Munich in our first game of the campaign. Coincidence? Me thinks not. 3-1 United. I'm feeling optimistic, says Luke. We could see a 3-1 win. Could see a 3-1 win tonight. I don't think that's out of the question. Boys are just coming down the steps now. Game face is on. Casemiro looking incredibly focused right now. So, in terms of starting lineups, we've got Onana in goal, an unchanged defensive line with Sergio at left back, Martinez one half of the centre back pairing with Lindelof, and Delot at right back. The midfield has been altered slightly, so we haven't gone for a diamond this time. We've gone for the ever trustworthy Eriksen, Fernandes and Casemiro, which shows Ten Hag has gone back to basics for this. He wants a midfield that's reliable. He wants a shape that's reliable, and as we can see, he has stuck with those three. He's also stuck with the two forwards of Rashford and Højlund up front. Rashford on the left wing in his preferred position, thank the Lord, and he's got Højlund starting yet again after an impressive debut at Old Trafford. I'd argue maybe not man of the match worthy, but that's an argument for another day. He did have a good and impressive debut, which showed promising signs of what we've got to see from Højlund. And Pellistri. Surely this isn't his first start in a Manchester United shirt, but it feels... Maybe he played a B team or C team game at some point, but he does get the nod against Bayern Munich, which is interesting. Let's see what you guys are saying. Sanjay, man, we're going to get battered. Who are we kidding here? Sanjay, take a long, hard look in the mirror and repeat after me. Manchester United are the greatest team to have ever played the beautiful game. And then all of your worries will go away. I assure you of that. Christian, I wore all black in case this is a funeral. Oh my God. The confidence isn't high. The confidence is not high in the chat tonight. What have Bayern Munich done this season to make you think, oh, we can't get a result against them? Like, we went toe-to-toe with Arsenal, who won the league. Oh, sorry. Yeah. We went toe-to-toe with Arsenal, who were in the league last season, which was great for them. Ilmi, hello. Feeling a win tonight. That's what we like to see, Ilmi. Callie, the champions. That was good, wasn't it? I think that was pretty good. Luke, I think people are too busy worried about how many goals Bayern will score and win with rather than the quality we actually have in our team. Yes, we've been awful, but got to be hopeful as a fan. Amen, brother. Amen. I think we've got tons of quality. Let's look at the positives for tonight. we've got a promising Sergio at left back who also had a good debut for the club. I'd like to see more of what he's got to offer tonight. We've got Marcus Rashford in his preferred position, left wing or left forward, however you want to see it. His best position's on the left. So we've got a Marcus Rashford at 100%. We've got a midfield three who only lost a handful of games last season. Delo, I'd like to see how he's actually going to handle the pressure of, it's quite a big game, but Delo's been itching for a chance. I mean, you can tell that he's motivated. He's apparently one of the hardest trainers, so he should grasp this with two hands now. Aaron Wan-Bissaka has unfortunately picked up that, I believe it's a 2-month injury, so Delo's got to take this chance when it comes. And we've got Onana, let me pull this up, because I didn't have enough time today to post it on the Instagram. But let me just read you out this quote from Onana today, because some people will say, he's just saying the right things to get in favour with the faithful. But, I mean, what he said today was actually quite amazing. And I think all of our players should be saying stuff like this. But sadly, I think the players do get influenced by the fans as well. And maybe the limitations that the fans put on the players plays into the whole idea of how bad we are. Onana had this to say: I can't promise or guarantee that we will win, but I can guarantee that we will give everything on the pitch. And I hope that with our efforts and our sacrifices that we will win this Champions League, because that's what we're here for. You have to dream big. Now, how many players have actually come out and said, we are going to win this competition over the past few years? And it's actually sounding genuine. It's not just it's not just the usual shtick of, oh, okay, we're Manchester United, we need to win every game, blah, 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 PR line. Like, that sounds like it's actually coming from what Onana wants and what he sees this team is capable of. So hopefully his performance can back it up today. Let's see what you guys are saying. We might nick this one, I feel, says Callie. I've got a similar feeling. I mean, it's going one of two ways. The players are going to drop their heads and it's going to be a complete annihilation, and it's going to be quite a painful stream and game overall. Or I can see it being quite a tight tactical match where we can grab a goal. I think Kane's going to go fairly missing this game. Famous last words. Luke says, for us to nick this one, Eriksen needs to have a good game. It's all on him, because if he can provide the cover for Casemiro, then it allows Bruno to play to his strengths. To be honest, guys, I haven't watched a lot of Bayern Munich this season. I know that they've picked up a draw. They drew a game. So they are gettable, because if some team in the Bundesliga can pick up a draw, why can't we? Or why can't we grab a win in that case? And I don't know if Germany, well, to be fair, Germany is one of those, they are one of those leagues where their players do tend to be fairly physical. But still, I think their midfield is equal to ours, if anything. So I doubt we're going to get overrun. Yeah, I've got a good feeling. Eriksen, for me, is the key to us getting a result tonight, says Luke. I think for us to get a good result tonight, because what we saw against Brighton is that with this setup, even though we're playing a different formation, we're trying to take a hold of possession. So in the first 25 minutes of a Brighton game, they didn't have a sniff. Their goal was completely against the run of play. But what did happen was as soon as they did get a sniff, they scored with Welbeck's goal. So that completely destroyed the game plan, and you saw heads dropped a tiny bit. The intent was still there. We can go on about the goal, but that's a side side comment. So we're basically set up to maintain possession here. But what that depends on is, even though I backed up Marcus Rashford, what maintaining possession depends on is either taking advantage of our chances, or keeping possession in the top three. So I want to see Pellistri either playing it back to Fernandes, playing it across to Eriksen maybe, or getting crosses in the box for Højlund. That's it. I haven't seen much of Pellistri's long-range shots. Antony, when he was in the team, people go on about him taking long-range shots, but given the fact that he has shown the ability to score them, it's fair enough for him to say, oh, okay, I'll take this shot on. Pellistri, I haven't seen that too much, so I doubt Pellistri is going to be taking any shots himself. Rashford, you could say the same for him as you can for Antony. They've shown that they can score long-range shots, so they're justified in taking those shots. But yeah, this entire setup depends on us maintaining possession in the final third, and that will depend very much on Højlund's hold-up play, which he's shown, Pellistri and his game awareness, and Marcus Rashford actually... I don't want to say selfish, because I honestly don't think he was selfish last game. I think he was so close to scoring. I think he set up Højlund for his goal, which in my opinion should have stood, and he put in a few crosses for Højlund. So for him to have a few shots, they're forwards at the end of the day. But I do want to see a higher level of gameplay tonight if we are going to be a possession-based side. If we can do that at Bayern Munich's home ground, we'll see. We could just entirely play on the counter-attack. AWB, yo boss, how's it going? It is either total annihilation or just getting over the line. Yeah, I can't see us turning Bayern Munich over in their own backyard, given how we've been playing. How you doing, AWB? Suhan, what's your score prediction, mate? I'm going with a 1-0 win. I think that's most realistic tonight. I think it'll be a fairly tight game. I don't know if we're going to go... We could go full on the front foot, and as a reaction, because Ten Hag could say, okay, we need to be braver, we need to be more proactive, we need to go on the front foot, we need to attack straight away. Alternatively, he could have reacted to that Brighton result saying, we need to stop leaking goals. Let's be a bit more sensible defensively and make it a bit more of a tighter game. I would lean towards tighter game, because I doubt Ten Hag wants to concede another 3 or another 2, especially in a group where it shouldn't, but it could potentially be dependent on goal difference. So yeah, I think tight game, 1-0. What's everyone else's predictions in the chat? I can see some new people have joined us. Drop your predictions if you haven't already. Luke Taylor, that is my biggest criticism I can say about this team, especially at Anfield. Our heads seem to drop when we concede first. Some players need to have that anger in them to want to respond and reply. I agree. Good thing about Pellistri compared to the likes of Sancho and Antony is that he isn't afraid to run over an opponent. And no matter how many times he fails, he will continue to take them on. This, I agree with that, but then I don't know if we're set up tonight to just play on the counter attack. So I think, although Pellistri can take players on, I think it would go a much further way if Pellistri shows that he can just maintain possession and get a few crosses into Højlund tonight, because that front three will be fairly balanced. Because if Marcus Rashford does have the odd shot, which we know he's capable of scoring, and Højlund is going to be going forward, hold up play, playing the wingers in, then having Pellistri on the other side to play Højlund in, the whole team should have a pretty good dynamic. Sure, 2-0 United. That's what we like to see, sure. If you haven't already, folks, drop a like on the video. I mean, I've got to keep the lights on at Old Truthford Inc. somehow. And yeah, we're going to be doing a stream for every single match this season. Breaking on to run it back like ever. The hype's there, man. The hype's there. We can see everybody doing their warm-ups at the moment. We've got 25 minutes till the game starts. Who's everyone's predicted man of the match? Who do we see? Who do we see being the star of the show tonight? Sure, really like the Discord community you built up. Appreciate that, man. I mean, it's hard at the moment finding time for everything, but I'm planning on doing a few more things with the Discord. So we've just started doing chats, so everyone can speak to each other essentially after the game. So yeah, feel free to join into them. So then you can just literally speak on your phone or whatever. Mark, the shape looks better tonight. Players in the right position. I genuinely think we will get something from the game. We've got one of our best players. I think it's as simple as having your best players in their best positions and then just hoping the rest of the team can put in a solid performance, put in a 7 out of 10, and then put in at least a 6.5, so an average performance, and then have all your best players playing in their best positions, giving you a 7.5 out of 10. So I'm looking at Martinez, I'm looking at Casemiro, I'm looking at Rashford, all contenders for our player of the season last year. All of them need to turn up, and yeah, I can see Fernandes featuring quite. I think Fernandes is a shout for man of the match tonight. Luke, sticking with my gut, I feel Eriksen is a key player to this game. I'll shout you out, Luke. If Eriksen ends up being man of the match tonight, I'll shout you out. Looking for a reaction from him tonight. There are a few who know they have been under par. Who would you go for being under par, Mark? I want to see what. I want to see who's let the side down this season so far. A lot of sticks been going on Casemiro. I'd love to defend him. I don't know if he hasn't really had any extraordinary games yet. I don't think anything where I'm like, if we didn't have Casemiro, we would have got destroyed that game, if you know what I mean. Ilmi, I think Rasmus will be the man of the match. Well, he was robbed of that goal. Is he gonna be spiteful, and is he gonna get that goal back? One thing about Rasmus, I don't know if you guys have noticed this. To be fair, it's a very niche thing. But so there's a lot of comparisons between Højlund and Haaland. Now, I'm not trying to push an agenda here, or I'm not trying to push some sort of narrative against Højlund, but this is what I have seen. Højlund is liking every famous female Instagrammer's posts. So, do you see Haaland doing the same thing? He's very like Haaland seems like the type of guy. I watched a podcast with him that he did with Logan Paul and KSI, and he was saying that he plays Minecraft with his mates. So he's scoring worldies. He's recovering, and then he's going home and playing Minecraft. He doesn't go to clubs. He doesn't do any of this stuff, which I'm not saying Højlund does. But Højlund, I don't know if I'm a big fan of seeing him like people like Kylie Jenner's Instagram posts and stuff like that, because I don't know. It may just be me, but I just like a sports person to be entirely focused, and they know that their social media is going to be followed. So I don't know why they do it, but he's a very young lad, so not judging him too much. Just as an observation. I went completely off topic there. Looking for a reaction from him tonight. I've been under par. So Mark's saying Bruno, Martinez, and Marcus just below the usual high standards. Mark, for Rashford, which I know a lot of people say, oh, you defend Rashford so much. But for Rashford, the one thing I would say is we all know he's a left winger. He's not a striker. He's not a right winger. But because Højlund was out because of the injury, Rashford got stuck down the middle. And last season, towards the end of it, when people were saying, oh, Marcus Rashford's dropped off, surprise, surprise, Marcus Rashford was playing in striker most of those games. So when he's been consistently played in the left wing, I think he's consistently put in at least on average a 6.8, 7 out of 10 performance. So I don't think Marcus has been below his usual high standards because of a lack of effort or because he's just dropped off. I think it's because of a positional issue and injuries. Bruno, I'm going to keep an eye on Bruno because I don't know if he's been too bad this season so far. I just don't think he's had many standout moments. Martinez, there's a bit of a question mark over Martinez because some of that defending in the match against Brighton, that was bad. That was quite bad. Let's see. Casemiro being very under par, but that comes with age. Surely he has not aged in the past 2 months. Surely he's not just over the hill now. I think Casemiro, I don't know what it is with Casemiro, to be honest, but yeah, I'd agree. He hasn't looked amazing. Maybe just below average. I don't think he's been terrible either, but just below average. A lot of balls where he plays out wide or something, which just isn't on the mark. So, which is quite frustrating because why play it? The thing about Casemiro is when he was at Real Madrid, he always started the season off subpar. I don't know if it's because of fitness level and sharpness, but he always had Kroos or Modric to ride them games out with, says Eshaw. Yeah, I think we know the Brazilians like to party. Wasn't it Ronaldo who said, I can't remember which player he said it to, it may have been Pato or something, when he joined the Brazil changing room. Oh, okay. You can either hang out with the religious folk, or you can hang out with the party folk. When he joined the Brazil dressing room, so I think the Brazilians have kind of 2 settings, and I think Casemiro may not be the biggest partier, bit of a gamer himself. I think he's got his own esports team or whatever, but yeah, I think he's maybe that's why he starts the season a bit slowly. He enjoys the off season a bit too much. Luke, Rashford hasn't been under par. He's been played on the left wing this season. He's been dynamite. Only criticism I have of him is his passing. Should have been 3-0 up in the first 20 versus Brighton. Oh, I don't know if I can stick with the passing topic, Luke. I mean, I saw him cross to Højlund. I saw him get past 2 players to touch the byline and then pass it to him. A winger doesn't just cross, especially when he was our top goal scorer last season. It's just a little tweak of awareness of knowing when to do it. And Ten Hag said it himself, that relationship between Højlund and Rashford is only going to build moving on. Mark, one thing I want to see tonight is high energy and press. Don't give them the time on the ball to think. Well, that's the thing. We're either going to high energy and press them and try and take possession in their own backyard, or we are going to try and counter-attack. I would prefer if we were high energy and pressing them, because Harry Kane doesn't exactly have an enormous burst of pace. So if we can maintain possession rather than giving them possession, I think they're less likely to score. There's Højlund with his tongue stuck out. Looks very, very focused. Looks like he's building a bit of a relationship with Palistri here, talking about the game beforehand, things you like to see. Luke, many chances in that game versus Brighton that Rashford had. If his decision making is better, then he squares it and Højlund scores. Needs to learn that it's not just him versus opposition. Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think one thing I don't like is freeze frames where they take it like half a second or a second before the person's actually struck the ball, because I've seen a couple of freeze frames with Rashford and Højlund where I'm like, the Brighton player was covering Højlund at that point, so there's an argument that he wouldn't have even been able to cross, but that's just pedantics, really. I don't disagree. I mean, everyone can improve, and I think Rashford definitely can get a better chemistry with Højlund, but to call him a selfish player when he's picked up the amount of assists that he has, I don't think Rashford's a selfish player, but he can improve 100%. Eshaw, this season, if we don't win the ball back high up or when we press, we don't, for some reason, have the discipline to sit in a mid-block like we did last season. Saw it against Wolves, now against Brighton. That's a good point, to be fair. I don't know what it is. The space between the midfield and the defence seems to be gaping wide. I don't know if that's down to Casemiro not performing at his best, or if that's just... I don't know. Luke, that's the beauty of football analysis. When you use freeze frames, you're able to see the bigger picture and what you could have done in that situation. Obviously, in real time, it's more difficult. Agreed. Mark, it's a fair shout about passing Luke. No doubt he's a match winner and his top form will come back. I sometimes think his work rate is a little off, but he's going to be our key back to success. It's a weird one. It's a weird one with Rashford, isn't it? Because when it comes to his work rate, I don't know. I've seen pundits say nobody makes more unseen runs than Marcus Rashford. So I don't know if that's what's tiring him out. Again, could be an excuse for him, but I don't know if that's what's tiring him out, or because I have seen him on the pitch just wandering around, or body language isn't the best. But then you can fast forward 5 minutes into any given game, and then after he's had terrible body language, he'll go on, take people on, either get an assist, pick up an assist, or score a goal. So it's a hard one to read into with Rashford. Maybe some players just have bad body language. I remember loads of people still go on about it, but Martial was the one who was highlighted as having terrible body language like 3 years ago or so in Kundali, and now it's kind of shifted to Marcus Rashford. Ammon, off the ball we have been really poor, need to improve a lot. Winning the ball back and pressing high up and not letting the game easily will be important. The lineup wouldn't suggest a lot of pressing though, would it? I don't know. Are we set up to press? Whenever I see Eriksen in a side, I don't really think, pressing's our number one priority, but we don't have any alternative to Eriksen, so maybe we are set up to press, but it's just the best. It's just the best that we've got. Would anyone make any changes to this starting lineup? Because I think that this is probably genuinely the best 11 Ten Hag can go with at the moment. Ten Hag making a very good point which I think a lot of people, especially the Ten Hag out brigade the I won't say that. The idiots, they they seem to forget the amount of nobody puts context into any of this stuff. They just come out with blatant, I don't want to say lies, just blatant strap lines because it's easy to remember, but how nobody puts context into it. The fact that we look at the team tonight, for example, just look at the lineup. So we've got Sergio on the left, not our starting left back. We've got Lindelof at centre back, not our starting centre back. We've got Delo at right back, not our starting right back. We've got Eriksen in midfield, arguably not our starting midfielder, given that we've signed Mount and Amrabat. We've got Pellistri, who, even though people are obviously excited to see him, he's not our starting right winger. So, out of everybody in that team right now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost half the team is not our starting players. And people aren't going to factor that into our results or how Ten Hag wants to play or anything like that. Crazy. Let's see. Luke, thing about his work rate is he's similar to what Ronaldo was in his first spell at United. As a left winger, you're not the main priority to track back there. 7/8 other players usually obliged to. But if Sancho couldn't get in the team at the time because of his poor defensive work rate, maybe, I don't know, maybe Ten Hag just thinks, oh, okay, well, Rashford brings so much in an attacking sense that we can put up with his lack of defense. But I've seen him run back. Eshaw, the thing about Rashford is that when he gets past a few players and has good shots on target or scores a goal, his work rate goes up. Someone needs to see results of his work for him to perform. That's a good shout. Yeah, I'd say I somewhat agree with that because he's come out in interviews saying that him and his brother obviously set record or goals for him at the start of the season. I don't know if a lot of players do that, but he's been open at admitting that. And I think Rashford definitely needs to see those results, or at least when it comes to chances. Because if he doesn't, then he would get very frustrated. Luke, if Mainu or Amrabat are fit, then I'm starting them over Eriksen. Luke, you haven't even mentioned Mason Mount. When does Mason Mount get into the equation? Mark, I'd like to see Keno in there. I think do you know what would be interesting? It would be interesting to see a personality like Keno in modern football. I'd love to see just how he reacts to all of these things, like actually being in the dressing room. That's an amazing shout for football clubs. They should have a legend that gets to sit in all the changing rooms, all of this stuff. One rule: they're not allowed to disagree with anything the manager says because they're not players in the actual team or anything like that. But they're in the changing rooms and they get 1 minute to speak to their old teams at halftime of every game and 1 minute after the match. Can you imagine what Roy Keane would say to these people behind closed doors? Just think about what he says in public on Sky and stuff like that. Imagine what he would say to them in the changing rooms. Seriously though, if I would have been playing Amrabat. Amrabat's an amazing technician. Only question mark I have on him is, will he keep up with the physicality of the league? He seems to have the build for it. He seems to have the tenacity for it, but I want to see it myself before I get too hyped on the Amrabat train. Luke Mason Mount, don't get me started. I'm yet to see the purpose of him. and I don't see how he is going to slot into this team. He cannot play the 8 role for me. He's more of a 10. Naturally, he's a 10. Ten Hag has come out and said, well, Eriksen was naturally a 10, so he's been moulded into somewhat of a deeper playmaker. So, but Eriksen does have a good range of passing. That's all I'll say. But Mount, I think he's a young guy. Ten Hag believes he can. He solely believes that he can shift or mould Mason Mount. So, I mean, who are we to disagree? He's got time with him. One thing I don't like about Mason Mount, which just purely on the eye test, I swear his physicality is not very good. Like, I can see him getting pushed off the ball often. I can see him falling in weird positions. I don't know if that's just me, but genuinely, again, nitpicking, but it's a weird one. And that position is occupied by Bruno. Yeah, but still, it's good to have cover for Bruno. We're so lucky that he's had, how many games has he missed? Like 2 or something, other than being arrested throughout his whole time at United. It's madness. Roy Keane voice. Loads of... I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do a Roy Keane impression. Loads of rubbish for 45 minutes. We're here to watch the greatest club to ever play the beautiful game in the Champions League. In the UEFA Champions League. Truthfordians. Diego gets it, my guy. If we needed a backup 10, then I'd rather we signed Maddison over Mount. That's easy to say now, though. Come on, Luke, you're better than that. I mean, it's easy to say, oh yeah, we should have gone for Maddison over Mount now that Maddison's picked up the Premier League Player of the Month award and he's hit the ground running at Spurs. But believe you me, Mason Mount will be remembered in a higher esteem than Maddison will at the end of their careers. Mark my words. Voice correct. Okay, the players are lining up. Eriksen, Højlund, nice little smile. The champion! Onana focused, Fernandes focused. Referees look like they're smiling about to screw us over. Let's see. I want to see Rashford absolutely destroy Min-jae. Harry Kane. Look at him. Oh, they ain't ready. Ten Hag's wearing a white t-shirt. He knows what he's doing. Luke, if it all goes to shiz tonight, then there's only one option for last resort. Give Mr. Scholes a call. Oh, he's come out of retirement before. Are you saying there's a chance? Okay. I'm slightly nervous for this game. Up the bloody red, says Luke. Amen. Say it again. I want to see a game face from Fernandes as they trade flags. The referee is from Sweden. Don't know how that will factor into tonight's match, but we have been shared that information. And we are swapping sides, are we? Looks like we're swapping sides. If we go 1-0 down inside 30 seconds when the Norwich Scarves are coming up, the Norwich Scarves are always out, man. Like, I don't know what more we can do, to be honest. There's literally no way we can impact them other than maybe it's a ploy from Ten Hag. The worse we perform, that means that they're jumping. Bayern Munich fans are jumping back there. Jahan, yo, Blistry starting. Things you love to see, man. I want to see what the kid's got to offer. To start against Bayern Munich, Ten Hag must have confidence in him, or he just really doesn't rate playing the same formation as we did against Brighton. Or he just doesn't want to see McTominay anywhere near the starting 11. Okay, there's a silence here. For, it would appear, Morocco and Libya. I swear sometimes I see Rasmus Højlund and I think he looks like Prince Charming, and then other times I'm like, you look like a serial killer, mate. Which is good. We need that killer instinct up front. But scary guy. Luke, there's been rumours circling that Sheikh and Ineos have made it clear they aren't willing to pay anymore considering the current state of the club. Well, in the summer, I can't remember his last name. Sheikh pretty much said, this is the final offer, take it or leave it. Not going to negotiate at all. So, do you know what would be interesting? What if Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Qatar joined forces to buy the club? That'd be a shock twist, wouldn't it? I can't see that ever happening, but okay, Bayern are looking feisty already. Sergio wins a throw-in. Let me get this timer sorted. Okay, there we go. Go down as one of our greatest nights if we manage to turn up and hammer these. If we hammer them, then maybe. I mean, so what are we classing as a hammer? Are we saying 3-0, 4-0, 4-1, as long as we score 4 goals? Fernandez pressing. And we're playing it back to the goalkeeper. I'm heading off to analyse the game. I'll catch up on the Discord later on, buddy. Cheers for popping in, Luke. Have a good one. Okay, they're going down their right. Martinez picks it up, plays it to Lindelof, and Bayern are pressing quite a bit. Delo kicks forward. Højlund misses the header. We have to exploit Upamecano. We know he can miss. Okay, Bayern on the attack here, but it was defended well by Martinez. Was it a corner or goal kick? I think it was a corner for Bayern Munich. We know he can mess up City game, for instance. Yeah, their defense is definitely gettable. Okay, corner for Bayern Munich. Stay switched on. get this up as well so we can see what we're doing. Okay, Onana at the back. Plays it forward. Fernandez picks it up. Rashford down the left wing. Tackled. The green kit is growing on me, says Jan. I think it's classy. I think dark green is a solid choice. Ericsson in the box. Ericsson to Palistri. Did Palistri just was that a penalty? What just happened there? Ericsson played it in. Palistri went to shoot and was just taken out from behind. Wait, what? Was that not a penalty? Was that a tackle? Okay. Rashford. Can we get a replay on that? What? That looked like a penalty, but if he got the ball, he went through the player, didn't he? Well, I like this. We're putting on decent pressure here. Fernandez to take the corner. Corner in. And it is a free kick for Bayern. After the butcher slaps the Bayern Munich player in the back of the head. Good pick from Casemiro. Good ball out to Rashford. Rashford looks or thinks he was fouled there. But the referee says play on and then gives the foul to Bayern Munich. Bayern had a little attack here, but it was offside. To which Sergio was furious with the linesman for not giving that earlier. So it is looking as though we're set up to maintain somewhat possession. Good give and go from Sergio. Rashford passes it for him to give a cross, but it's defended well. Corner to Manchester United. What's happening here? Okay, Rashford on the ball. Rashford to Eriksen. Eriksen crosses it in, and it's punched. It could have been collected by the Bayern Munich goalkeeper there. Okay, Harry Kane's on the ball. Plays it out wide, but the pass is a bit heavy and it goes out of play. Poor from Harold Kane. And Onana is back on the ball. Let's see what he's going to do with it. Harry Kane's watching him, stalking him down. But he plays it out to Lindelof, who finds Delo. 10 minutes in, we're doing well here. I think as predicted, it's going to be quite a close game. Eriksen and Rashford pressing. JN. Yeah, 10 minutes in, we haven't conceded, so that's a good sign. Promising signs here. I think if we can get past the 25-minute mark without conceding, that would be even better. And we'd be outdoing what we've done at Brighton. So, small wins. Oh, poor from Delo. Oh, that midfield link up. Fernandez. Palistri's running, but couldn't get the best of the Bayern Munich defender there. Davies. Good old Alfonso. I don't know what happened there. Looks like, did Leroy Sané just backhand Sergio? What just happened there? Well, he's not called for medical attention to come on, so it must be nothing major. What did he do? But shoulder barged him. Shoulder to the skull, to the cranium. Where's the card, says Jehan. This referee doesn't look like he'd be the type of person to get his mother a card for her birthday, so doubt he's going to be given many cards tonight. Fernandez, quick. Oh, Rashford, poor touch. Poor from Rashford there. Oh, we're around them like a swarm, but we keep... Our pressing's good, but if we keep giving fouls away, then it's not really effective, is it? We're supposed to be winning that ball back. Sergio. Okay, so fairly even possession split. Bayern Munich with more, obviously, going to be the case at home. I don't like our pass accuracy. Our pass accuracy always seems to be low when it comes to when in comparison with our opponents. But if we are playing on the transition, I guess we're going to be in riskier positions to lose possession. But we need to work on that. Lindelof at the back plays Eriksen in, who plays Casemiro, who plays it back to Lindelof. And we are witnessing liquid football. Does it get any better than this, guys? I don't know if it does. I don't know if it does. Okay, Rashford down the left for Sergio. Sergio's flipping rapid. Foul. Good. He won that foul. He knew he was falling over and he went into Upamecano's path. Very good. Sergio, yet again, impressing in a Manchester United shirt. Pellistri with a limited time. He has played okay, but just seems to be outmuscled by Davies. This is the thing. Pellistri, I think if he can just maintain possession, I think he's going to have had a good game. He's been put in the deep end here. Okay, Bruno Fernandes free kick. Boom. Into the box and cleared for a throw-in. Eriksen plays it back. Oh no, not like this. Okay, Onana on the ball. Good. Good. The only one better would be winning. It can't get better than this, but I think it's about to. Is that goal kick? Goal kick for Bayern. Okay. Chess match football it is. Højlund pressing. Good. Rashford's man gets past him, but Rashford puts him off. And Sergio celebrates that with Martinez. Rashford tracking back there. Hope that's noted with all the people that are going to call him selfish and lazy. Okay, Delo on the ball, but kind of runs nowhere. Passes back to Casemiro. So, okay, we've got Rashford on the left wing, things you love to see. Taking a player on. Absolutely skins his right back. Oh. Tried to play it in. I believe that wasn't a shot, but I don't know if Højlund was in the right place for that. May have been a shot, which is poor from Rashford there, but good skill to actually create the chance. That was a heavy touch from the goalkeeper there. If Højlund was actually looking at him, I think he could have made something of that. And it goes out for a Manchester United goal kick. Kick rather. 18 minutes. No goal conceded. Liquid football. Bruno Fernandes on the counter, but couldn't find Højlund. Yeah, that was poor from Sergio there, giving away possession in a dangerous position. Okay, Bayern Munich looking to maintain a bit of possession here. Poor ball from Højlund, gives it to Kane. Kane plays through the Bayern Munich player. Good tackle from Victor Lindelof. Very good tackle from Victor Lindelof. Okay, it's a corner here for Bayern Munich, which Onana catches brilliantly. It's like there's magnets in his gloves. Onana playing with it at the back. To Fernandes, to Delo, who has space to run into, but gives the ball away. Poor from Delo. Oh, Delo. And then his defensive work kind of does nothing. The ball just splits him and Victor Lindelof, which Martinez has to clean up. Now Delo's on the right again with a chance to pass the ball, and he just passes it to Pellistri. Handled wonderfully out the back, though, says Diego. Yeah, we're looking very assured out the back. Marcus Rashford was caught there, but tactical, little cheeky foul there. Smart from him. Playing innocent, but no card. Very smart. Martinez, very good. He was off balance there, but defended it when he needed to after the ball split him and Lindelof. Jehan, please God, it's 11:30 in the night and have work at 6 in the morning. Please get us the win, please. God bless you, man. God bless you. Martinez with potential leg break and all ball. Yeah. Putting his body on the line, definitely there. What happened there? The Bayern Munich players on the ground. Camera pan to Sergio. What did he do? Nah, he pulled out of it. No red card. Potentially yellow, but potentially yellow. Well, well, well. The king is back. Craig, king of the chat. Self-proclaimed king of the chat. Is back Act like he never left. It's for return of the Mac. Self-proclaimed but publicly loved, mind you. Play the Conor McGregor, who the fudge is that guy line. Publicly loved. Offside for Bayern Munich there. Publicly loved, privately hated. Craig. This is definitely lining up to be a 1-0 game. But who will it be for? Delo. What was that? The ball was bouncing towards Delo, but he left it for Lindelof for whatever reason. Lindelof, furious with him, raising his arms. Craig, United to win. What's your score prediction, Craig? Bruno Fernandes. 2. Oh, Ericsson. I don't know what happened there. Sergio chasing him like a... Oh, Sergio. Oh my God. Sergio just sprinted the length... Well, not the length. The width of the pitch to make that tackle. And people still slated when this guy was signed. They don't know. They don't know. Martinez coming out but then getting caught. Cross, well defended by Casemiro. That's what we like to see from our CDM. He's put in a shift. He is. Bayern Munich are knocking at the door a bit, though. They're getting a bit more possession. They're taking a hold of this game now, which honestly we would have expected. Let's see if we can hold this bit out. Alphonso Davies running into the centre. Alphonso Davies, well defended. Sané down the right. Looks for a playoff. Shoot. Onana spills it. Onana spills it and it's 1-0 to Bayern Munich. It's becoming a thing now for Onana. It's not. Oh, we're our own worst enemy, man. 1-0 down to Bayern Munich away from home. Onana. hopefully it doesn't affect his confidence for the rest of the game. That's all we can say and hope for, and hopefully he builds from it. It's poor from him. The problem is you can't blame Ten Hag for his player doing that, but you can put the blame on him for getting De Gea out of the club and bringing Onana in, which a lot of people are doing, and it's beginning to become a thing. There's been a few goals where you look at Onana and you think you could have done better there. Jehan Tuchel was so confident. He was like, I ain't even going to send his assistant manager to play against United. Man, Onana. Oh my god. It's so annoying because we can be set up well tactically. Everyone can be showing good signs, and then one mistake and it's gone. And that's what we've just witnessed here. What we need is somebody who's going to be the hero of today. Who is going to get that goal before half time and bring life back into these players? Man. Bayern haven't even been good. They literally haven't even been good. How do we solve this problem? How do we win this game? If people keep making individual mistakes, there's nothing we can really do to prevent that. That's one thing that cost Ollie. So many individual mistakes. It was at the peak of Maguire's incompetence. Who have we got on the bench? Okay, so we've got... My God, our bench is terrible. Two 2-0 to Bayern Munich. Yeah, we've capitulated. We have capitulated, and this is going to be a painful... It's going to be a painful night. Ten Hag shakes his head. Heads went down after Onana conceded. Affected the confidence of the whole team. Too many changes were made. Could Martinez have defended that better? Cross goes in. Martinez. It was just behind him, though. There wasn't much he could do. Well, it's hard to play on the counter-attack when you're 2 goals down. Once again, leaving unmarked midfielder in the box. Yep, it's happened. It's happened again. Man. I don't know what to say. I don't know. Rashford down the wing. Sergio. To Casemiro. To Sergio. Sergio. I don't know if Sergio tried to have a shot there or he crossed the ball. Let's have a look. He tried to cross, but nobody was there. That's promising. But Sergio, he's got to be the highlight. He's got to be man of the match so far for what he's doing. It looks like he's putting everything out there. Delo, foolish mistakes throughout the half. Stopped us from building momentum. Rashford, can't say he's been selfish, but he's been fairly anonymous. Højlund, anonymous. Pellistri, anonymous. Fernandes, fairly anonymous. Casemiro, anonymous. Eriksen, anonymous. Martinez, good defending, to be fair, from a ball that split the lines, but Lindelof, anonymous. Onana, mistake. Great. These players need to wake up. Fernandes in the box. Rashford collects. Sergio back to Delo. Delo to Casemiro. Casemiro forward to Pellistri. Fernandes on the right wing. Fernandes. Oh my God, Fernandes. Just took a shot from outside the box, which has landed on the moon. Delo, terrible defending there, to be fair. Delo got that goal, the second one, that player is not getting past Wan-Bissaka. So there we go. There's the cost of not having your starting right back in the team. The good thing is there's still enough time in this game, if we play our cards right, to get a draw, but we're not winning here. Fernandes to Pellistri. What can Pellistri do? Plays it out to Delo. Back to Pellistri. Pellistri in the box. Back to Delo. Delo crosses. Header from Højlund, but it's wide. Pure frustration now. Yeah, we're going to start seeing more of that. Okay, so the pressing led to a throw in there. One goal before the half boys and we're in it. Oh, give us hope, Diego. Oh, give us hope. That's all we need, hope. King Henry VIII FC. Stop it. We just need some hope. Give us something. Ten Hag with his hands in his head. We said about leaking goals, we haven't stopped that trend. The problem is when we go a goal down as well, we just the teams just pass it around us. Diego, commentators acknowledging the team was set up, United players thinking we've done okay, still unsure how the score is where it's at, calling out individual errors being costly. This is what it's down to. It's an individual error, and it's cost us potentially 3 points. Ravi, it feels like a lot of the intensity from last season has been lost slightly, far too leaky at times. We can't blame this on defensive setup though, it's literally just a mistake and then leaky. Aaron Wan-Bissaka's not been playing. That second goal doesn't happen if Wan-Bissaka's there instead of Delo. It literally doesn't. So whether that's injuries or first one, individual error, and second one you can blame for injury, but still Delo should be better than that. So poor. There's no point clapping your hands together now, Delo, when you've just let that player skin you. And then you've given the ball away multiple times in the half. Bayern are playing a lot more defensively now as well because we've got 2 goals to sit on, so they're hard to break down. Yeah, player gets past. What's Delo doing? Yeah, of course it's going to have a psychological impact. Diego with Onana just letting the ball go past him. Especially considering especially considering how this season's gone so far. 1 goal going in, you've got to have like a pretty tough mentality to not let that affect you. Oh my god, a stat's just come out for the 23-24 season so far. So bear in mind we've only played 6 games. We've conceded 2 goals in 2 minutes versus Nottingham Forest. Oh, Sergio. Poor cross. Bear in mind we've only played 6 games in the 23-24 season so far, people. We've conceded 2 goals in 2 minutes versus Nottingham Forest. We conceded 2 goals in 5 minutes versus Arsenal. And we've conceded 2 goals in 4 minutes versus Bayern Munich. This team is switching off and making individual errors time and time again. And that very well could have been 3 there. Leroy Sané inches away. Fudging hell, man. How do you solve this? And that should be closing up to half-time now. I'm solving it by going to sleep. Good night, says Jay. Oh, good night. I don't blame you. They're not giving anything to you. Jehan, I have let them ruin so many of my days. Not anymore. This has to be one of the worst starts. Yeah, Onana's speaking to himself because he should be furious. All of these quotes of, oh, I don't care what the fans think, I only care what my manager thinks. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you keep making mistakes after mistakes, if you keep saying the right things. I don't care. Like, I would be furious at Onana if I was in that changing room. Sure. Well, I was right. 2-0, just not for us. This is so embarrassing, says DJ. Ravi, just have to trust the process. What was it? Arteta had 2 8th place finishes before challenging for title. Gary Onana has put the target on his own back. Oh, man. Let's look at the stats. So we started very well. Then we capitulated. And it looks like Bayern are well on their way to having double the amount of passes we've had, even though it's been a fairly even contest. Maybe Paul Pogba did bury a hyena at Manchester United and have put a curse on us. Maybe he did. Why do we even question it anymore? Nothing's past being questioned. I don't understand how we can explain this luck. Like, 2 goals conceded within 5 minutes in like 3 matches out of 6 this season. Awful, says Gary. DJ, he probably did under his house, same one Anthony now lives in, yeah. Why is Anthony living in Paul Pogba? Oh, my God. Onana cannot get down fast enough to the floor. I don't want to jump on the hate train, but it does literally look like we've got a centre back / midfielder in goal. His reflexes just aren't there. Just end of the season, says Eshaw. Picked a good season to live stream every single match, didn't I? Jesus Christ. This is gonna... Oh my God. BRB gonna go beat Bayern 10-0 on FIFA to make the paying go away. Put the Turkish guy on. It's getting to the point where if Onana makes another mistake, you're gonna have to put Bindir, is his name Bindir? You're gonna have to put him on. Because you can't keep allowing people who are making mistakes over and over again to stay in the team. What message does that send out to people? Okay, guys, how do we fix this? Because our bench is looking bare. Garnacho? Is Garnacho the answer? Onana great at passing out, but he's just not fast enough to ground shots. I could understand the Onana signing if we were going to dominate possession and play to dominate possession. We're kind of still in a half of counter-attack, let the other team play on the ball and then dominate possession. I don't know if we've got the players in the team to maintain the possession. But the way I see it, first goal, Onana, blatant. Yeah, okay, you're getting below a 5 tonight. And second one, I see Delo defending poor. If Aaron Wan-Bissaka was there, he's not getting past him. And yeah. It's just we're just victims of circumstance. Eriksen doesn't work defensively. Will Amrabat solve our problems? Is that the solution? Is Amrabat going to come in and transform this team, or? Our midfielders constantly lose their marker in the box, where most of the goals we concede come from. It seems like all of our rival teams have analysed how we played last season, and we haven't evolved or done anything new in order to... we haven't improved. That's the fact of it. We just literally haven't improved from last season. Yeah, the bench is tragic, Gary. I'm liking Sergio, says Gary. Yeah, he's our shout for man of the match. I'd say he's man of the match personally. His work rate is off the charts. He makes some errors sometimes, but he's more than willing to actually make up for those errors. So I think Sergio is the only one who's had a decent showing. Martinez, decent as well. I mean, they very well could have had another goal if it wasn't for him, but other than them two, I can't really point at anyone and say, oh yeah, they've wowed me. DJ, Amrabat won't transform us, but the cover he will provide will allow Bruno to stay forward more and transition the ball forward faster. Pellistri doesn't see the ball nearly enough for Højlund to get any sniff of a goal. Or why doesn't Pellistri get the ball? Where's Delot been all game? He's been playing balls into the midfield that have just been intercepted. Delot's had I do not rate Delot at all at this stage. I think Delot needs to be sold. We should have sold Delot and got Frimpong, who's been linked to us for a while. Sergio, 2 games so far. He looks okay. Marcus better today, chasing and pressing unlike Brighton. Yeah. I think when he's playing more left wing rather than striker, it gives him more of an opportunity to chase and press. Mackenzie played well while he was gone, comes back, and we're horrible. That's my answer. Yeah. Delot is not a big game player. Delot is one of those players where when we're in a big game, I can guarantee he will make a mistake. He capitulated at Man City, got a yellow card within the first 2 minutes. He's been poor tonight. Delot's not made out for the big leagues. No top team is thinking, oh yeah, I want to sign Diogo Dalot. How old is Diogo Dalot? He's got to be like 25, 24. He's 24 years old. He's not getting better. Diogo, time to go. He's gone for me in either January or the summer. He's got to go. Even though Onana has had a howler, we must remember that De Gea didn't have a great start either, so I think he deserves at least a season to find his form. Problem there, Lewis, just playing devil's advocate, De Gea came as like a 21-year-old. Like he was very, very young when he joined United. Onana, if I'm not mistaken, is 27 years old, so he should be approaching his prime right now. Yeah. and you can't, this isn't like getting used to speed of the game or anything like that. It's preempting a shot and saving it like you're a goalkeeper. Like I think Tom Heaton could have saved that goal. No, most goalkeepers in the league could have saved that goal. It's poor. I've been part of Wan-Bissaka gang since day one. That's what I like to hear, DJ. I mean, I've been pushing for Wan-Bissaka all this time, but I think certain other outlets have been pushing Dalot because, to be honest, I think some of the players actually speak to certain outlets and that determines who gets the agenda put on them or not, if I'm being blunt. And yeah, I think Diogo is one of those players who will interact with certain outlets and maybe not share information. I don't know that, but they definitely have a communication channel. Frimpong is having an amazing season under Alonso. We should have got Frimpong. We should have sold Delot and got Frimpong, but this whole, we were never going to challenge for the league. I mean, yes, last season, yeah, we did well, but the amount of new players coming in, the amount of injuries, our season has been over since the first month. Alonso has turned him into a goal-scoring fullback. That's what we need. I mean, the great thing about Liverpool in their prime was Trent could get a goal or like a load of assists. Robertson was getting like double-figure assists. Luke Shaw has never hit double-figure assists. And his injury record's not the best. Obviously, leg break factors into that, but I have question marks over so many people in this squad. And Delot, has he even cracked like 3 assists in a season? What are we doing? What are we doing here? DJ, I've seen Rashford to be outpaced by Upamecano, throws hands in the air after not having a forward pass. That mentality is horrible for one of our best players. I don't think Rashford's been outpaced. I think Rashford has to make up ground in order to beat Upamecano, because defenders always have the distance advantage. Mackenzie, yeah, Delo's 24. Atto Gaming. Only Sergio looks lively on the pitch. Yeah, Sergio's hands down man of the match tonight. Even though obviously a man of the match shouldn't be given to United players, I know that. But in terms of our best performer, Sergio, hands down. Ilmi, I don't understand how Eriksen can't score a goal 2 meters away from goal. Eriksen isn't known for his finishing, but straight at the goalkeeper, that was poor from him. De Gea was like 20 and never really played first team football when he joined. Always going to start off iffy. Onana has been so stinky and is meant to be a world-class goalkeeper. Yeah, he's on the Ballon d'Or list or whatever. Whatever the new awards are for goalkeepers. To be fair, I just saw the replay of that Eriksen chance. It's quite a tight angle, and it came to him first time. So, also it wasn't a penalty. He did get the ball. So, evening Smurf, nice to see you. Gary, you think Ari Delo maybe? What do you mean by that, Gary? You think Ari Delo? Huh? Ravi still rate Casemiro, but feels like we're beginning to see the start of his decline ever so slowly. It's a hard one. The second half is just about to begin. It's a hard one with Casemiro. I can't tell if you can't really blame the goals on Casemiro. The first one, Delo got skinned. I mean, the second one, Delo got skinned, and the first one was an Onana accident. So can't really blame Casemiro. I thought he was having a decent half before we turned to anarchy. The second half's kicked off now. Okay, let's just sync up this timer. Mackenzie, to be fair, our fullbacks don't get many assists because we've never had a good striker to finish the crosses. Might change with Højlund, maybe not. Yeah, that's a fair shout. I feel people are gonna... It's a hard one with Højlund because he's still very young himself, so a lot of people are going to put a lot of emphasis on him, but I don't think he's going to be that clinical to begin with. I can see him being quite a frustrating figure, but every person in his team seems to be frustrating. Ravi's right, says Mackenzie. If we were going to sign him, should have been 3-4 years ago. Casemiro. No, I'm not buying into the Casemiro decline just yet. We can't come to that conclusion from this game. He hasn't really done too much wrong. By the way, did anyone thought that the ref did not give us a pen at the beginning? Says Ilmi. I saw the replay and I don't think it was a pen. He did go through the player, but I don't think I think he got the ball, so I think even if it went to VAR, it wouldn't have been given. Ravi, still the player we desperately needed, just he's not getting any younger, so you know, he can get leggy at times. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Ericsson has looked lost last few matches. I don't know if he's looked lost. I think Ericsson's always just a solid 6 out of 10. I think he won't make too many mistakes. You know that he's not going to... Oh, Rashford down the left to Højlund. Højlund shoots, scores. Højlund, Rashford, not selfish. Passes to Højlund, goal. There we go. 2-1. And we're back in it just like that, baby. Casemiro there, playing it through the legs to Rashford. Casemiro? People still chatting shiz about Casemiro as well? What are we doing? Takes a deflection, but fair play from Højlund. If you don't shoot, you don't score. Højlund's first goal could be the beginning of the greatest comeback the Champions League has ever seen. Okay, now we're talking. Now we're talking. Oh my god, Bayern was so close to getting another goal there. Okay, Delo, please do not make any more mistakes. Just no more mistakes. If they score like a worldie, then fair play to them. I don't want to see any more silly errors from us. Forget Remontado. It's Battle of Bayern right now. Yes, Ravi. We're back, baby. Højlund's first goal. Oh, what's going on here? They're talking to a ref. What are we looking at? Nah, too close. Way too close for it to be a pen. It's too close to the body. That's not a penalty. This would literally sum up our season if it's given a penalty now. Shoulder? Or hand? Well, his hand's inside his body. He moves it. He's moving it down away from it. He's moving it away from the ball. It's too close. There's less than a meter. They gave that as a penalty. They gave that. Just sums up our season. Who cares? What? Nah, this is... That's mad. How can people still be against Ten Hag when people make individual errors? and And the refs are, they're just there to screw us over. Oh, Harry Kane, of course. Onana guesses right, but he cannot save it. 3-1 Bayern Munich. Three 3-1 losses on the bounce. Yeah. Yeah. I don't understand how we can like perform and show so many promising signs and still lose 3-1 over and over again. The footballing gods really are not favouring us at this moment in time. At this point, take him out and play Hannibal. Ravi. The spelling king is calling you out, Dowit. Okay, Bayern Munich were close to scoring a fourth, but they hit the post. Okay, and we're countering. Højlund to Rashford, bit of a mere ball. Rashford on the wing, trying to build possession. Fernandes robbed of the ball. I don't get it either, AWB. He was clearly moving his arm down to get out of the flight of the ball as well, which is why his arm flicked at the end. But intent doesn't matter really. It's just if it hits, it hits. But not our penalty against Tottenham. Remember that when it clearly hit an outstretched arm, that doesn't count. But yeah, no. When you're actively trying to move your arm away from the ball, that counts as a penalty. Great logic. I swear the intent was made part of the rules. If it was, that's an absolute piss take. Oh. We get the idea, Darrett. Don't worry. I remember watching the Sky Sports vid about it at the start of the season. Great. So they're putting in rules, but they're not sticking to. What is the point? Oh my God. I'm starting to think I'm cursed, guys. Ever since I started streaming, we've been so bad. But we haven't. Bad's the wrong term. We've been unlucky. I'll check out that vid after the stream, Mackenzie, because I want to double check that. But I believe you. It sounds. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt that they've come out and said that, but saying one thing and then actually acting on it. Where do these referees even come from? Can we? Do they grow them in labs or something? Like where can anyone actually answer that for me? I'm not too clued up on it. Where do these referees come from, and how do they decide who's a good referee and who's a bad one. And asking if blocking your face would count as handball, and the ref goes no. Strange rule. That is weird. Bayern on the attack. Well defended by Delo there, to be fair. Okay, Casemiro's got the ball in midfield. Plays it to Rashford down the wing. Meccano covers. Bruno wins the throw-in. Okay, threads ball through. Got Marcus Rashford on the left wing. Takes his player on, skins him. Ball in. To Casemiro. No, to Sergio, but couldn't get a shot on target. TNT Sports. I was going to say I didn't think Croucher was on Sky Sports. Sound, I'll check it out after the stream. Bloody hell. Okay. So we're taking more control of this game. Bayern are happy to sit back on the 3-1 lead. Casemiro with the ball in the box. Oh, Ten Hag. Ten Hag's just created a little meme there. He tried to catch the ball with the bounce, but he didn't judge it properly. That's going to get spread on one of these fake China apps like TikTok. Ericsson at the back. Plays out wide to Delo. I want to see Pellistri actually get the ball played to his feet because he's having to run a lot, but not actually getting it. Oh, Højlund. Højlund just spun himself. Casemiro's legs gave in there. Okay, they're just running through us. Onana, save. Good. Live stream your reaction to it in the therapy session after that. Oh. I would, man, but I've got to... I don't know. Busy times ahead. Busy times ahead. I said this on the Instagram story that I posted a couple of days ago, but the worst thing about losing isn't even losing, it's just seeing the amount of forced agendas that we're going to see, because the real talking point from this game should be, number one, Delo defensively, Number 2, Onana. Number 3, poor refereeing. And those should be the main three main talking points. Because the positive thing is people can't go on the Rashford agenda of being selfish, considering he literally assisted Højlund today. Højlund got his first goal, which is good. He's opened up his account for the season. Overall, it was 50-50 in the first half as well. So 3 talking points should be Dalot, Onana, and the referee. Sane had a long range shot there, which Onana almost spilt in front of a Bayern Munich player. Okay, Bayern Munich corner. And punched by Onana, very good. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't dropped a like on the video, then feel free. It's going to be a long ride this season, and I think we need to spread love and positivity through likes and sharing of the stream so we can all experience this together. I don't know if anyone's seen Clockwork Orange, but you know the famous scene where they like keep his eyes open as a form of torture or something. I'm starting to I don't want to no, I don't want to go down that route, but I'm starting to feel as though we've just been set up from the beginning for this season. Going to be releasing the player ratings as well in like 5 minutes, so make sure you vote in those. Be interesting to see what, because I don't think we've actually played that badly. We've just had a couple of stinkers from certain players. Don't worry, guys. Scott McTominay's coming on. Okay, Bayern building from the back here. McTominay on for Ericsson. Hoyland with not the best body language there. Looks as though it's going to be another death by passes in this match. Okay, releasing the man of match and player ratings now for people to vote in. One goal could flip this game on its head. However, by the run of play, it looks like Bayern are seeing this one out. They're not taking too many chances. Okay, Bayern playing it around the back. are pressing, almost catching up with them, but it has not. Casemiro, decent tackle. Plistry, good interception. Scott McTominay on the ball. Scott to Rashford. Rashford to Fernandez, who plays it back to Martinez. Looking to build. Casemiro caught on the ball. Mm-hmm. We're looking any better. Gone up to bed. Too late to be stressing, says Mackenzie. To answer your question, no. No, we haven't looked any better. Bayern are very much in control of this game. I think for the players to perform decently at the start, and then for our goalkeeper to make an error that which leads to us going 1-0 down, that dropped a lot of heads. But for the referee to call that penalty, there's no way you're not going to be demoralised after having 2 goals where it wasn't the team's shortcoming. Conceded, got upset and don't know what to do. Exactly. I mean, we can't say that they didn't try in the second half or come out fighting, but literally, I think Ten Hag said we need to make sure that we're so good that we don't depend on luck, but these things are, it's kind of beyond luck at this point. This is one of the most unlucky runs, filled with individual errors and referee decisions that I've seen in the past few years. Harry Kane, defended well by Martinez. Good save from Onana there. Shot from outside the box, and Onana made a good save. Was it close to him or? No, that was a fairly decent save. Onana currently on a 4.5 rating. Is that for you, Mackenzie? I think a lot of people have voted him for. A lot of people have voted him 1 in the Discord, so I think he's going to be getting a very low rating. Official app, 4.5. How can you give a 4.5 for that? He hasn't done anything. He's a goalkeeper. He's supposed to save shots. It's like scoring an own goal or something as a defender. I still don't think 4.5 is fair. Out of 10. Well, don't. I still don't think 4. What would you rate him? I don't think he's a. I don't think it's a 4.5 worthy performance this match from Onana. Like, he's making saves now when the match is already gone, which is great, but it's in the key moments when we need these saves. Rather have XQC in goal. The guy who got a 0.3 rating in a charity match. Ravi, what did you miss? Great question, mate. When did you leave? XQC or Cal the Dragon? Can you guys tell me why Cal the Dragon is actually famous? Because I have no idea. I know XQC does streaming and stuff, but what does Cal the Dragon even do? And why is he a thing? Famous for the wrong reasons. TikTok, oh, say no more. Looking at how Scott McTominay is going to be used this season, I can't think of why we didn't sell him for 30 million if he's going to come on for 25 minutes every now and then. Okay, so Cal is an autistic kid playing footy in garden, so people blew him up. It's funny, to be fair, but it turned out he's a strange one. Oh, good to hear. Good to hear the community backing the right people there. Scotty McSauce. Oh, Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay pressed, caught the player out. Martial played it to him, but he slipped at the pivotal moment. Yeah, I'm seeing that Diego. He's definitely playing further forward. I don't know if he's a striker. I think we've gone to a 4-2-3-1. The looks of it. Don't know if I've ever seen him sprint. Seen who sprint? Same, mate. Can't believe Maguire didn't go either. The season could have been so different with that 60-70 mil for both. Yeah, to be fair, I thought like, okay, we can get more for them. And I thought we would, but the fact that we haven't sold either of them should have literally just sold them for 60. Man, Onana's pulling out all the saves now that we're 3-1 down, but where was this earlier? Ravi, I feel like if we played Scott instead of Ericsson and have him play a similar role like he does for Scotland, it could work. Box crashing midfielder who has more defensive nous than Ericsson. I don't even know if he does have more defensive nous than Ericsson. I think Garnacho is so well groomed, he kind of looks like a cartoon. Or just like, I don't know, a little doll that somebody would carry around. Just me? Haven't seen Scott McTominay sprint. Yeah, he's got a very weird running style, which even when he does sprint makes him look like he's sitting down when he's running. It's a bit weird. Scott could be a good player, just not for United. Scott McTominay is destined to be like a James Milner player, where some coach will refine his form. He'll give you 6.5s out of 10, be a utility player, but he's not going to do anything amazing. Ravi, I mean, if Ericsson has 0 defence, then I'd say McTominay has at least 1. I don't even know, mate. I mean, it's hard to say it now because Ericsson gave a penalty literally in this game, but I've seen Scott McTominay give some bloody clanging penalties away, and someone with defensive nous knows not to commit. McTominay is like Gallagher, unreal for a team like Palace, but shiz for a team like us. Gallagher is better. It must be so frustrating being a United manager because you see all of your players performing so well in international football, and then Rashford sprinting back, by the way, just there to cover his man, and Casemiro diving in. But it must be so frustrating being a Manchester United manager and seeing all of your players perform so well internationally, and then when they come back, it's just poor. He just oozes Newcastle, in my opinion, says Mackenzie for Scott McTominay. Well, they seem to care about work rate and not high ability, and Eddie Howe doesn't want too many egos, so I can see him going for a Scott McTominay. We need a Billy Goatmore type player. To be fair, Scott has been misprofiled by Mourinho, striker at youth and chucked at mid because he's massive. Yeah, that's true. Can't blame him for that. Still, I don't think he would have made it. Even if he was played at striker and brought through the ranks, I don't think he would have made it as a striker. Oh, man. So Bayern have seen the game out. We haven't really threatened anything. Kundo Palistri didn't really have a good debut, so for the people who were calling for Palistri, still showed why he's youth and he's not ready yet. I mean, the ball wasn't played to his feet a lot, though, to be fair. I mean, we never really saw a pattern of play when it came to the attacking third. Also, obviously, the goal being conceded knocked the wind out of everyone's sails, so everyone got a lot more frustrated. Rashford down the right plays Martial. Martial on the ball, keeps a hold of it, skins a Bayern Munich player. Martial FC. Rashford finds Garnacho. Garnacho, edge of the box, plays it off to Fernandes. Fernandes to Rashford, to Martial, to Casemiro. Casemiro scores. Oh my god, the comeback is on. It's happening. it's actually happening. 3-2. Oh my god. If they try to rule this off for some dodgy reason, I swear. All we need is one goal, and this will be an incredible result. Casemiro, what a guy. So essentially, if Onana or if the ref didn't screw us, it would be 2-2 right now. I'm feeling a lot more optimistic about this result. Yeah, you chat your shiz, Mackenzie. Yeah, Ravi, where are you? What's going on now? Yeah, that's what we like to hear. He does manage to pop up at the best time. Think of all those little mugs who have gone to bed. Little weasels. They're not about to witness the greatest comeback the Champions League has ever seen. Martial. Wait, what? No advantage played, so we've given them a free kick. If we draw this game, that's mental. Bayern Munich aren't even that good of a team. We've just been screwed. No, I get you, Ravi. I think he's getting faster though. I think he's played a very good game today. Fernandez, free kick. In. Oh, that's hit away from. Okay, what are we saying? Picked out by Lindelof to Casemiro to Bruno. Poor ball from Bruno. Oh, Bayern Munich are creating an attack of their own, and now they're just going to play it around the back to save themselves from the might of Manchester United. Okay, Bayern Munich just scored. Never mind. Great. Well, it was fun while it lasted. That was a decent finish, though. To be fair, could Onana have saved it? Let's watch a replay. Onana on the ground, moping like a toddler. Okay, ball in. Lindelof too slow, and Onana, could he have done better? No, it's a hell of a finish, to be fair. I don't know a lot of keepers who would have saved that. Your reflexes would have to be like rapid in order to save that. Problem is, we're going to hear the same thing from Ten Hag in the post-match interview. He's going to be like, not happy with the result, happy with the performance, because overall people have played well, but individuals have let down the team again. Let's be real, we knew this was happening, says Mackenzie. At least there's no yabba dabba doo. Chuck the Turkish done in next game. I think it's time for Bindir, or the bin man, to come in. They stood there like free kick wall dummies on that. How do they switch off like that? That's what they do. As soon as we concede and get a bit of hope, they take it away from us. It's brutal, but that's the first actual goal we've scored. BS Pen, mistake from Onana, and FIFA cheese for using it. Yep. Completely agree, mate. Could have gone our way another day, realistically. I would argue it couldn't because it would never go another way on it would never go our way on another day because the refs will give a penalty against Manchester United if they can. If there's even a sniff of it, they will give it. DJ back in the house. Did we just score? It's 4-3. What is happening? What? This has been the weirdest game. Is that Casemiro again? No, it came off Casemiro. Well, Casemiro is man of the match, not Højlund anymore, guys. He scored twice. Yeah, Ten Hag shrugs his shoulders because he's like, it's absolutely me. Wait, they're checking VAR? Oh my god, what is the point of this? Are they doing it to give us more time? No, check it. They checked that. The fact that even went to it and the game's over. I don't know what's happened here, but I feel as though we've been massively screwed. But we can't blame the ref entirely because our own poor individual mistakes have led us to where we are right now. Main takeaways. I won't be too harsh on Delo for the second goal because I think he actually defended quite well in the second half. So, but still, I think main talking points would be Onana and the referee. I think Delo saved himself from being a low light. Onana never made that mistake. This would have been a different game. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Well, our heads wouldn't have gone down and we were dominating. Well, we weren't dominating, but it was 50-50 and we had the better chance with Christian Eriksen and everything. Onana Fishy. Yep, Mr. Fishy is what we call him on the streets. And we will continue to do so. Okay, I'm just going to run through the player ratings and then I'll probably call it a night, lads. Appreciate you all tuning into the stream. It's nice to have people to to just, I don't know, wallow in our self-pity with. Let's see. Okay. And Bayern Munich players are sitting down and just staring at their fans. What a nice night for them. What a delightful time. At the end of the day, guys, football won. So We can't really be sad, can we? Sergio's having a great start, to be fair. Something different to Shaw. Yep. Call him, paper hands away, everything breaks through. Eto Gaming, my god. Ravi, paper wrists, more like after that first goal. There was a goal against Brighton as well. The third goal against Brighton, he got a hand to it and it went in. It's so frustrating. Mackenzie Lowell. 3 minutes we had hope, but then they again took the lead. Yep. If you were neutral, it would be considered a good game, in fairness. Yeah, shout out to the neutrals. Good for them. Good for them. Okay, so let's move on to the player ratings. Should show here? No. Should show here? Nope. Let's go for this. Don't mind the technical difficulties, guys. I mean, I'm but a little look red devil. Okay. Let me see. I don't want to be too harsh on Onana, even though he has literally cost us 3 points. Let's see. So Onana, I'm probably going to give a... He made some good saves second half. Fair play to him. But that destroyed the match. I will give him a 4.3. And now we're going to move on. Don't talk about Arsenal to me, Eto Gaming. What are you doing? It's not the loss that kills you, it's the hope. Perfectly put, Ravi. Perfectly put. So Onana, I'm going to give him a 4.3. Martinez, I thought it was okay, but at the end of the day, your team conceded 4 goals. We conceded 4 goals. I'll give him a 5.8. Lindelof, I think he was slightly worse. He made some good challenges, but no, I'd say they're equal, to be fair. I don't think they did anything that would separate them from one another. Delo was obviously playing right back. So Delo, good in the second half. First half kind of got skinned for the second goal. But again, wasn't the only player at fault there because nobody picked up the man in the box. I'll give him 5.7. Let's see. Sergio, my friend, didn't have too many standout moments, but showed good work rate. I'd probably say he was the best out of the defence. Didn't make any mistakes either, I don't think. So I don't think anyone deserves an average for conceding 4 goals as defensive unit, but I will give him a 6.3. So the average is 6.5 in Old Truthford land. Casemiro, 2 goals. Before the 2 goals, I would have probably given him a 6. So after the 2 goals, I will give him a 7.7. Because how can you not? He scored 2 goals. At least a 7.7. Ericsson, penalty, anonymous. Even though I don't think it was a penalty, he still gave it away. He's got to go down with Onana and be at 4.5. Anthony wasn't playing. Pelistri was playing. Anonymous, average, ran around 6. Fernandez picked up an assist. Was running around, but still not very effective. So I'll give him 6.8. Højlund got a goal, but wasn't really involved in anything. I'll give him a 7.2. Rashford picked up an assist for Højlund, which really spurred us back on. Was the only player really taking people on. I think he defended well, was pressing well. I'd probably give Rashford 7.1. And yeah, that would be my ratings. What are you guys saying? Mackenzie, Onana 2, backline 4s other than Regular 5, Casemiro 6, 7. He scored 2 goals, man. You got to give him more than a 7. Eriksen 4, Delo, no, Bruno 6/7, Rashford 5. You give him Rashford a 5 when you give him Rashford the same as Palistri where he picked up an assist. Come on, Mackenzie. Come on. That's generous for Delo. For real, feeling generous today, are you? Anyone see that United fan recently that didn't rate Bruno? Absolute madness. There's many. There better not be any in this chat, man. Can't have any Bruno slander. One thing I would disagree with. No, it didn't go down as a Bruno goal. It came off Casemiro's head. How could it be a Bruno goal? Let me have a look. No, it's Casemiro goal. Look at Google or whatever. It's a Casemiro one. Yeah, they probably changed it. It did look like a Bruno goal originally, to be fair. Okay. Well, let's see what we can do here as well. I'll see if I can pull up. Although actually, I may open up the therapy session now because I think there's going to be a few people who need it. All right, lads and ladettes, I'll be ending the stream there. Appreciate you tuning in as always. Love the regulars. Love to see you, Mackenzie. Love to see you, Diego. Ravi. Stop chatting shiz about Casemiro, but love to see you in the stream. And yeah, let me have a quick look. I forgot who actually is our next game. Burnley. I'm sorry, but if we lose to Burnley, we can't lose to Burnley. Vincent Kompany's Burnley. We can't lose to Burnley. Okay, cool. Appreciate you guys getting bad by that. No, Mackenzie, don't put that out there. To be fair, maybe if I try reverse psychology, we'll actually win a game. Maybe we won't win a game for the rest of the season. Wink, wink. But yeah, I need to open up the chat. Need to drink some Yeah, I won't say that. Appreciate you all tuning in, and Godspeed. I'll see you on the next one.